Welcome to Tiger Talk, your source for information about your hometown and surrounding area. Tiger Talk is brought to you by... And Tiger Talk this morning brought to you by Whistle Stop Donuts, Strain Beans Coffee House on Lower Main in Princeton, Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Katie's, delicious homemade goodness, and Perry's Floors and More.
Make the morning great with a stop at Whistle Stop Donuts on West Main Street in Princeton. Whistle Stop makes their donuts fresh daily, and they're ready on your way to work or school. They have a wide variety of fresh donuts, so you can surprise the office with a dozen delicious donuts. Stop by Whistle Stop today and enjoy a donut or a dozen. They're open 5 a.m. to noon Monday through Saturday. Whistle Stop Donuts on West Main in Princeton.
And good morning at 8:06. It is Wednesday. It's a pre-Thanksgiving Wednesday. And I have the pleasure of welcoming into the WPKY studios JONI PHELPS. She is the FNAP assistant at the Extension office out at 62 West. Good morning.
Good morning, Ty. How are you?
I'm just wonderful. For some reason, I don't know. This is one of my favorite times of the year. So the Wednesday pre-Thanksgiving, it's just I'm starting to get festive feeling, you know?
It kind of throws you in the mood.
Yeah.
Excuse me, to what's going to happen, the family time, the celebrating of Thanksgiving, blessings, and then Christmas time, you know.
Yeah,
so.
Boy, we'll get right into it, and we'll start rolling, and the beginning of next year will be here before we know it.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, this year has already flew by, I think, anyway.
No
Turn
doubt.
around, and we're already in, November, so.
Yeah, it's really hard to believe, and you all out at the our extension office have just had a heck of a busy year. You're always doing something. I know recently we just had our 4-H banquet Monday night.
We did.
Yeah,
we did.
And what a successful year for 4-H.
Yeah, and that was such a fun time being at the banquet as far as with the 4-H'ers, their families, and, just seeing all their accomplishments that they have had through over the years. So
yeah, I had Rhonda. She sent me the list of all the recipients of the awards, and I've got those. We're compiled, and you'll be hearing them on the news.
Yep.
We're taking them. There's a lot of kids, and a lot of folks have got
Yes.
lots of stuff, and so
Yes.
to sort through it all and to get it to where it needs to go, and how we can put it out in the air. But congratulations to all those kids. Hard work and just learning a lot.
They have. I mean, they have put so much time, effort, and and these kids enjoy it. They love it, of anything from livestock judging to crafts, And Rhonda does such a fantastic job with these 4-H youth. And,
She does.
We have some amazing volunteers.
Volunteers, yes.
Without volunteers, none of this could be done as well. Rhonda does a fantastic job, the backing of it and getting it prepared and planning. But if we did not have our volunteers, we would be in a mess. So.
Exactly, and thanks to them, because they do help make it all work, and,
Yes.
and it just all gets done.
It sure does. It does, and just they do a fantastic job.
Well, what's on your notepad there?
Well, we got a couple of things coming up to finish out our year. We got Supper Club, which will be our last one
December 4th.
Yep, December 4th at 6 o'clock. We're going to talk about one of my favorite things I love to teach, and that's budgeting. Budgeting our food dollars, making menus, and I'm excited about this class. This is, like I said, one of my favorite classes I love to teach. So it's just, because it's important. We need to know how to make a menu. We need to know how to budget our food dollars. So
yeah, I think so, and it's I've got a little bit better understanding of what it's like for one person.
Yes.
To do that, and boy, that's tough.
It is. It's very hard when there's only one or two.
Because you don't want to
of you.
waste.
Yeah. And there's ways, though, that you can keep that from wasting, too, making sure whatever you're freezing it.
Using a freezer, that helps a whole lot.
Or splitting a meal with one of your friends.
Yeah.
And, there's all different ways that that is one of the hardest things to do, is being able to cook for one person.
Or two, maybe.
Yes.
Because it is, you just, and then how to buy. And then, if you, it seems like sometimes you buy stuff and you think, well, I need that, and then you turn around and it's still sitting there.
Yeah.
And you haven't used it, and you're like, well, why'd I buy that? I mean, you think it's like a staple maybe like a half gallon of milk or something.
Right.
And then you turn around and you go, it's still there.
Yeah.
And it's 2 weeks after,
Right.
So I don't
And
know.
you definitely, if you're only one or two people, you don't need to be going buying in bulk.
No.
These are things that you need to consider, like you said, having just things, and then you're thinking, oh, well, why did I buy that?
And you
when
can
I'm
help
not
with that. This supper club helps
yes,
with that.
The supper club can help with that. I can help with that even outside of supper club. We don't even have to,
Okay.
they can call me or come to the office, say, hey, I need help with
struggling
this.
here.
Yeah. And
That's
we'll
awesome.
make an
That's so
appointment and we'll do individual one-on-ones. So
Man, that is a great resource. Listen up, folks, because that's the way it is out there at the Extension office. Whether if you're thinking about food or buying groceries, or if you're in the garden, or just all kinds of stuff. It's a wealth of information is what it is, and it's information that's been researched and by University of Kentucky, and it's unbelievable the stuff that's out there.
Right. And like I said, you don't have to wait till a class to come out there and to talk to any of us.
Mm-hmm.
You can just show up, call, whatever, and we'll be willing to help you. You'd find the information that you need, or, techniques that you need to learn how to do for especially, nutrition or cooking, budgeting, for myself. So
Yeah.
I can help you anytime.
And that supper club is going to be Monday night, December the 4th.
Yes.
And that'll be the last one for the year.
That is the last one for the year.
But it'll pick up and begin sometime in the next year.
Yes, we will start back in January.
Okay.
Still, we're right now in planning process of new programs coming out next year, and we're just getting ourselves together for next year too.
Right,
so,
right.
but this is our last supper club for this year. So,
Okay.
December 4th at 6:00. If you want to come, please register by. I think it's December 3rd. Excuse me. It'll actually be December 1st because that's that Friday.
That's that Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
If-
365-2787.
Yes.
Yes.
Please call and register. That way I'll know how much food to have for our meal that you're going to prepare as well. So,
Good deal.
Next thing we got coming up is Pinterest Club, and it's December 7th at 5:30. Ashley White and I will both be doing this class. We're going to be talking about gifts from our home. So making gifts for the holidays,
Making them.
Making them,
Well,
yes.
you were just talking about that.
Yeah.
About, some, budgets can be strained at times
Yes.
this time of year. Whether you got taxes due, you got, you've got certain things, when you start thinking about Christmas and gifts and things such as that. But, boy, isn't it nice if you can find something in your house and gift it.
Right.
That's just as meaningful as buying something.
Well, personally, I like having somebody make me something when my children would make me things, growing up, which
Yeah.
they don't now, but they're bigger, and that's okay. But, that meant more to me than going and spending a lot of money. We just talked about that, spending
We
a lot
sure
of money
did.
on myself, and I just not that kind of person. But, teaching somebody that it is, a good way and good gifts to give, for other
Right.
people for gifts. So
So what is this?
this is Pinterest Club, and
All
it's
right.
gifts from the home.
Gifts
So we're
from the
going to learn
home.
how to make, easy, not necessarily, well, they're cheap, but they're not cheap made,
Can you give me a little hint? Do you know of something? Have you researched and looked yet? Can
Well,
you give me a little, just give me a little hint of what
I
it might
can
be.
give you a little hint
Yeah,
of
let's
some
do
of
a
the
hint.
things that we have
Yeah,
made in the past. We've
Okay,
made
let's
like
do that.
sugar scrubs. We've made lotions. We've
Really?
made just little knick-knack things, far as putting candies in the jar, far as just thinking of you gifts. And
Nice.
so just kind of little idea.
And they
Even
don't
food.
Don't break your budgets.
No, do not break your budgets.
And you probably, it's something that you have maybe around the house or have easy access to get.
yes, yeah. Or you can buy and then make several of them at the same
Right.
time. So
And
yes,
for very low cost.
yes, very low costs. Yes. So next thing we've got going on is our Laugh and Learn December 8th at 9:30 in the morning. We're going to be talking about Wonderland. I told Ashley, I said the winter wonderland, is
Right.
kind of throwing ideas of different, what we're going to talk about. But I know we're going to talk about the winter and winter months and everything. So, and
Nice.
sharing. So
That's a good thing. And that Laugh and Learn preschool play dates, that's been a big hit.
it has.
And it's a really neat way for kids to learn fine and gross motor skills,
Mhm.
math, reading, language, and they don't really know they're doing it all.
No,
It's
they're
just sort of
doing it while they're playing,
Yeah, yeah.
and I love watching them. These kids are so fun to watch. And these interaction, far as activities, they don't realize, but they're having a blast playing with them, that they're learning these skills. So that's going to be our last one for this year. So
and then what date's on that? The 8th, right?
The 8th, yes. And Ashley wanted me to let you know that we'll have our flyers and start promoting them after next week, since holidays this week
Yeah, totally understand that. But so the big dates toward the end of the year are December the 4th, December the 7th, and December the 8th.
Yes.
So the 4th, you got the Supper Club.
Yes.
7th, you got Pinterest. And the 8th, you got Laugh and Learn Preschool. That's at 9:30.
That is at 9:30 in the morning, yes. And if you want to register, please register the day before, so that would actually be the 7th, December 7th.
Right. And what are the ages on those again?
It's 5 and under.
5 and under.
Yes.
Yeah, and they need to be accompanied by an adult or a guardian or a grandparent there that can kind of help them through the stations. And because there's a lot of different things going on at different times. One child might be over here doing something, another one over here, and they work through the stations. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah. So they'll need help. It's not a
navigating through it.
It is, because they're most of the time we've got either 7 to 10 stations of different fun activities for them to do in that, and so they need help being able to go to these different stations. And sometimes these children like to stay at one station, and that's okay.
Yeah.
As long as they're learning and having a good time, that's all right with us. So, but
awesome.
I'm excited about this one too. So these are
Laugh and Learn preschool play dates. Yes.
Some of these fun activities with these children.
No doubt. No doubt.
Another thing that I want to mention is I want to thank our community for our backpack program.
Oh, yeah.
I just picked up some food from our library. They done a food drive for the Caldwell County Backpack Program. I picked up like 13 big boxes of food yesterday, and I just want to thank them for hosting this fundraiser for our backpack program. And then I want to thank our community members that donated, because without, once again, our community and their loving support of being able to give us either monetary donations or food that we can add to these backpack foods each week, this program would not be here in our county, because I just wanted to thank everybody, far as that has taken part in this. And
it's the season of giving, and I know Dr. Emery Spradlin too. She does this every year.
This is her third year
doing
it. And once again, she gets community.
There's other businesses involved with her giveaway. I think I saw Brantley Furniture had something. They've got a drawing up there, and I don't know.
There is. I would hate to say all of them on the air, because there are so many of them that has given to these to these baskets, and I would hate to leave somebody out, but they have given different items for these baskets and that, and I'm just so appreciative and thankful for our kids. So
really, because especially over these long breaks, they get sent home with these backpacks, I do believe, don't they? And they've got a little extra stuffing in there for to get them through this long break.
Yeah, I delivered actually Monday, since they was going to be out. Yesterday was their last day, and so I sent extra food, an extra enough for hopefully to get them through for a little bit longer in that. And these kids, they depend on this food each week whenever they get ready to leave that school on Friday. And these kids I've talked to some of them. Some of them have wrote me thank you notes, not necessarily to me, but to the person that is doing it, because they don't realize it's me. And but they, they're so appreciative of this food, and the parents are as well, because things happen, and and things get tight, and they need this extra help to be able to give them,
Well, thank you, and thank you to all who work with that program, because it provides much needed food for some of these youngsters that just need a little extra help.
That's
and
right.
So
it does. It's not just me. There's a whole.
I know there's a whole.
There's
bunch
a whole
of folks behind the scene here.
Behind the scene with it, but I think.
And thanks to all.
I think that I'm a spokesperson for our kids, though, to get the word out and thank everybody because they can't thank individual people, but I want to thank everybody that has and because I love our community. I say that we need, and Betty, they are on top of
Somebody's
it.
Somebody's there,
exactly. So I just want to personally thank them and for everything that everybody has done for this program.
It's a good feeling. We're going to take a quick break. Let's do that. Let's take a string beans coffee break. We'll come back and we'll talk about some more stuff going on at the extension office. I know we've got poinsettias coming in. They'll need to be picked up coming up next week. We'll talk a little bit more about that, amongst other things. It's a pre-Thanksgiving Wednesday on the extension program with FNEP assistant JONI Phelps from the UK Extension Office. That's what we'll call it. At 8:19, we'll be back on Tiger Talk on WPKY. Stay tuned.
String Beans Coffee House in downtown Princeton specializes in made-to-order espresso drinks. Stop by Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to noon and enjoy a pick-me-up. You can also enjoy fresh-baked scones, homemade chocolate chip and oatmeal raisin cookies, and espresso brownies that'll keep you going all day long. They're also open on Saturday from 9 to 2. String Beans Coffee House on Lower Main in Princeton. Great coffee and more in a great atmosphere on Lower Main in downtown Princeton. Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz is the place to shop for delicious homemade goodness. Hancock's makes their own fresh chicken salad, pimento cheese, salads, and a variety of mouth-watering desserts, sure to please your entire family. While at Hancock's, be sure to visit their meat department for the best selection of USDA choice meats in the area. Hancock's Neighborhood Market in Cadiz, hometown, homemade goodness, and the Hancock name you know and trust for quality for your family. Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz.
Since 1978, Perry's Floors and More has been selling, installing, and servicing homeowners throughout Western Kentucky with quality flooring and workmanship. Perry's Floors and More carries luxury vinyl plank and luxury vinyl tile, carpet, window treatments, and more. Quality brands like Mannington, Shaw, Tarkett, Beaulieu, and Flexitech. There is a reason why we say you can walk on our reputation. Come see Bill and Lucy at 127 West Market Street or call 270-365-9869.
All right, we are back on Tiger Talk. It's our Wednesday extension program. JONI Phelps, the FNET assistant, is here. And, we're rounding out and completing our year.
Yeah. I mean, we've got some great programs that we're going to start up next year, but we're still in the planning process of them. Okay. So we'll let you know whenever we get them all finalized and together and that. So this, we're just finishing up our program year for the year, and then going to start fresh again in January.
Can we expect the adulting series to come back this year?
Yes.
At the beginning of the year, you think?
Yes.
I think that was a big success as well.
We still have, I think there's like 4 more classes after in January, February, March, and I think maybe April of the adulting classes series still. So that's still our biggest loser will be far as starting again this next year.
That's always something to look forward to.
Yes. It's such a great program.
It is a great program. It helps a lot of people.
It does.
And even if they don't, I've done it before and kind of fell off the wagon, but at least it gets you thinking and it jump starts some success to maybe dropping those pounds that you might pick up during this time of the year. This is a tough time of year.
It is because, we revolve our holidays and our get-togethers around food. And I love food. I've said that, and you look at me and tell I love food. But, we do.
Right now.
We revolve our get-togethers around food. So, and it's hard to keep them pounds off unless you have really good willpower, and I don't. So.
And I'm thinking, I have like dressing, stuffing and dressing in my head, cornbread. And I'm sitting here thinking about it. And
I'm ready to eat some of my mama's cornbread dressing tomorrow.
Me? Yeah. And I'm not even thinking, a lot of times I'll think about dessert. I'm not even thinking about dessert. I'm thinking about like dressings. Like I love oyster dressing. Some people make that at Thanksgiving. And I don't know if you ever had that.
I've never had that.
Man, there's lots of recipes out there, but man, my Aunt Nancy used to make a good one. I know there's some other, good recipes out there, but I love that too.
Yeah, there is so many different kinds of dressing recipes and that. So I have never honestly made dressing. My mama always takes care of the dressing, and she,
nothing wrong with mama's dressing.
No, not at all. No. I love my mama's dressing. So
yeah, and I think most mamas make good dressing.
Yes, they do. They do. So I'm excited about that tomorrow.
Song. Mama makes good dressing. There we go.
Mama makes a lot of good things. So she makes really good food. I cannot make chicken and dumplings, and when the kids want chicken and dumplings, Granny,
Yep.
Granny,
Yep.
need some chicken
I
and
love it.
dressing. Yes, so
Okay, at least we're getting everybody's palate ready for tomorrow.
we
anyway, aren't
are. We
Yeah.
well, it's what everybody's going to be doing tomorrow is
Yeah,
eating.
maybe
So
let's talk about. I mean, I can sit
and
here and talk about
then
food
they
all day
can
long.
come to our Biggest Loser weight loss wars in January.
Is
So
that- is it going to be in January?
it is going to be in
Okay,
January.
That's good. So there's hope for us all.
Yes, there
We get
is.
started.
I'm going to be right there with everybody else. So we are going to start that up in January. It's probably I think it's like the 18th of January when we start that up.
That'll
so.
be here before we know it. And
Oh,
it'll run,
yes.
it runs 6 weeks, doesn't it?
It does. It does. We are revamping and reworking, and far as the curriculum again, and different ideas, and
For exercise.
for
and moving
exercise.
around.
Yeah, and it's all research based. All the
Right.
information we share with you, is research based, and there is not an easy way to lose weight. There just is not. And it takes a lot of hard work and dedication
Well,
to be able to do
I
it.
figured it out. I mean, yeah, I figured it out. You don't eat as much, a lot less. than
Portion
you eat.
control.
And yeah, that's for the PC
Yeah.
term. Yeah, but you just push away from the table and you move.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's that simple.
It is.
But it's hard.
It is
You
hard.
know.
And we all live busy lifestyles. We are all, got families going here, there, and everywhere. And it's hard to be that way,
It really is.
But it's something we need to do so our life can, live longer and we are healthier to be with our families through these holidays and that. So.
Exactly, and this is National Diabetes Awareness Month.
Yes.
As you know, and a lot of folks, they struggle with that type 2 type because of their diet, and it's rampant, and Kentucky's just as bad. But that's what I think you all do so well out there. You have a research-based exercise, you have research-based nutrition information there. So with folks that might be on the borderline of that type 2, there are certain diets that you can do, and you can eliminate that totally.
Yes.
But just what you eat.
Diet and exercise.
Yeah. So, it's an important thing that you all do with that, especially for some folks that could be teetering or potentially, or that, we have our obese categories for, a healthy adult, and those are pretty strict.
They are
I've
very
seen,
strict. Yes.
So it's good stuff that you all do.
And watching our calories and cutting back on our fats and that, getting up and exercising. And I understand, some people do not have the time to exercise, but even if you take 15 minutes out of your morning and 15 minutes at lunch and 15 minutes in.
Or park a real long way from the door at Walmart.
Yep,
You
I
know,
do.
Even something simple. I do too.
Yeah.
To try to do that.
And I mean, just little things, little movements, little change,
Get out and rake the yard.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be overnight changes, it's a gradual thing, so just making an effort,
Right. And
is
being conscious of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a great program, and we're looking forward to that in the beginning of the year
Yes,
as well.
we've got that coming up, and just like I said, we're in the planning process of everything. New programs coming up, and just got lots of things that we're gonna have next year too. So
Can we talk about food some more? I love that. All right.
Yes.
I know there's folks at home today that are prepping and cooking. And
They
if
are.
you're listening, boy, I can. I wish I was there. Let's talk about, we've got poinsettias that are coming in, and those need to be picked up at the Extension office on the 27th, which is this is coming Monday.
Yes, they do. We will be open from 8 o'clock till 6 o'clock that day. Most of the time we close at 4:30, but a lot of people do not get off until after 4:30, and so we will be open until 6 o'clock for everybody to come pick up their poinsettias.
Pick up your poinsettias.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So-
So, and if you cannot call the office, make some kind of an arrangements,
Right.
far as this is a very busy, hectic time when
is.
these poinsettias come in.
That room out there will be full of them.
It will be full of them. Yes, it will. It is a fantastic fundraiser for 4-H.
Yes, it is.
These poinsettias, though, they are so beautiful and
are.
they're so pretty out there.
And they're hardy.
They are.
They're hardy.
They are. And
If you put water in them.
yeah. Yep, you
see
got to
a-
water them.
You see a few. I've had a few in my office when I was at the bank. Somebody's like, Ty, and that thing would be just
All laid
all wrinkled
over.
up and limp.
Yeah. Me and plants
I
do
bet.
not get along either, and sometimes I think I overwater them instead
yeah.
of water them.
I've
so,
got two out here right now that need a little.
oh
attention.
yeah, you need to give
What
them
are-
a little TLC.
What are those things? They've been here a while. Do you know what those things are? I don't know what they are.
They look some kind of lily.
Yeah, That's
So
right.
it's some kind of lily, but I'm not really
They're
sure.
dry lilies right now.
I am not a plant person. I'll just tell you, I'm a
okay.
food person.
All right.
So,
Well, we'll talk about food some more.
well, I kill plants. I'm just telling you, I kill them.
I'm
So,
pretty good. You know, I have a Christmas cactus that I've had now for probably 7 or 8 years, and that thing is, I love that thing.
because you
It's getting
don't
ready-
have to
and
water
it's getting ready to
cactuses.
bloom. You know, it's you know, it's right about this time it blooms, and I love that thing.
Well,
So.
plants are beautiful when they're taken care of, but that's just something I do not have a green thumb. You
But
know,
if you have questions about your plants,
Oh.
guess what?
you can call our office.
There you go. That's where I was going with it. What
Yes.
a segue.
Uh,
665-2787. If you got something, even if they might even be able to identify a plant. If you know what it is,
Yes.
I can probably call and go, "Hey, what is this?"
Yep,
We can
Shane
figure it
can
out.
identify it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he'll just look at it, or somebody will be describing it. And it's like da 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 da.
He
And I
might
was
even
like,
use the scientific name.
oh, absolutely, he can. Yes, that.
I love it.
Not me, but he could. So, absolutely. So we've just got all kinds of different things out there at the office coming up, and just be on lookout for on the radio and newspaper, Facebook page, and what's going on. So,
All right. Well, it's been a great year. We're looking forward to another great 2018 because it'll be here before we know it at the UK Extension Office, and we can't thank you all enough for what you all do out there. It is. I mean, you guys every week are doing something. You're on the road. You're there. There's programs. You're educating us. You're working hard in the community, and we're so thankful to have that office out here.
well, we love our community, and we want to make it, a better community with the information that we can share with them and families to grow and want to stay here as well. So,
Right. And we look forward to our extension program in 2018 on Wednesdays.
absolutely,
That'll just continue.
absolutely.
It's
Yes.
a big hit, and we appreciate you all coming in and giving us some time on Wednesday because it's good to let everyone know here in the community what you all have going on out there.
Well, we thank you all for allowing us to come and participate in this. It's a great. I enjoy it. Used to, I didn't like radio, but I enjoy
you love
it.
it now.
So
It's fun.
I do. It's
Yeah,
fun.
It is,
so
it is fun. Did you bring me a recipe?
I did not. I
Oh,
did
no.
not. I guess I'll have to go get you one.
Okay,
So
well, we'll talk about that off the air. But
Yeah.
thank you so much, Joni. Happy Thanksgiving to you and the entire staff and volunteers at the UK Extension Office, US 62 West. Don't forget, pick up your poinsettias Monday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. out at the Extension Office, correct?
yes.
And if
that's
you've heard
correct.
anything that you want to enroll in, be a part of, again, Supper Club December 4th. We have Pinterest Club December 7th. The Supper Club is at 6. The Pinterest Club is at 5:30. Is that right, or is that at 6 too?
No, it is actually at
It
5:30.
is at 5:30.
Yes.
I thought so. Okay, going off the top of my head here. That's dangerous. 5:30 for the Pinterest Club, and then Laugh and Learn Preschool on the 8th, and it's at 9:30
Yes,
in the morning.
in the morning.
So there we go. 3 great things going on before the end of the year, and just stay tuned because we'll keep you up to date of the happenings and the goings-ons at our UK Extension Office. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Ty.
Awesome. All right. Well, that is going to wrap up our Wednesday edition of Tiger Talk, our extension program here on your hometown radio station, WPKY, The Tiger. My thanks to Joni Phelps, the FNEP assistant at the University of Kentucky Extension Office, US 62 in Princeton. Thank you so much, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We will not have a Tiger Talk tomorrow. It is Thanksgiving, but we will have a sideline report brought to you by the Times leader Todd Griffin, and I will be on the air shortly after 9 o'clock, and we will bring you sports news. Yes, indeed. No telling what Todd has lined up for the sideline report tomorrow. Be sure you join us for that shortly after 9 o'clock here on your hometown radio station,